Hey everybody, Jim Chester coming to you live here from Scottsdale, Arizona. We are at the 41st annual of the CBP convention down here, and I have Dr. Curtis Fedorchuk here. And where'd you come in from, man?
From Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, with the rest of my crew, with Dr. Nikki and Dr. Doug.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we have a whole team here, and let's do a preemptive close on these people. If they want to get more information on you, where do they go?
To betterhealthbydesign.com or healthandwellnessscore.com. Before we continue, though, I just want to say that this hotel's had some pretty amazing occurrences. For example, I haven't seen Dave Major in like 20, and here he is behind me. It's like, I can't believe it.
Hey.
I heard this place was haunted, and here it is. I mean, so this is really him.
I knew you when you were a student.
Exactly.
All right, no more photo.
All love, Dave. All love.
All love.
Love you, Dave.
Love you too.
Sorry.
So let's talk about this thing, CBP.
Yeah.
Why is it so essential to the chiropractic profession that we have validation with research and we focus on what the tenets of CBP are doing?
It gives us the groundwork, the framework in which to proceed and go forward. It gives you a starting point. For example, my favorite is if there's 5 drug companies trying to lower cholesterol, they have one goal, to lower cholesterol. They call cholesterol the same thing. They measure with a number, whereas opposed to if everyone has their own definition of what is subluxated and what isn't, and you can call it anything. How can you ever, if you can't, in the words of, what's his name? Gosh, Tony, famous motivational speaker guy.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins, thank you. Tony Robbins says if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Good enough for me, right? So CBP gives us all that research to do that.
So research, I know you're doing amazing things for the profession. Let's talk about what you're working on right now.
The biggest thing we have going on right now is our 2-year project, which is, it's not a 2-year project, it's a 10-year project at least. We have a health and wellness score, and what that is an aggregate data of close to 100 offices and the pre and post quality of life scores that their patients have done. We use this massive amount of data. We can correlate it with X-ray to show how being subluxated correlates to different quality of life parameters such as emotional well-being, which is a huge thing. And that's, so right now we have 7,000 and counting SF36 scores on patients, which is a huge deal. That's more data than, that's one of the biggest studies I know of in the profession. So
why is data so important to the future of chiropractic?
The most, well, I guess even the information age. I mean, yes, ghost stories and stories sell and referrals and stuff like that. But in this day, and age, information travels so fast. So people want to know more and more that, chiropractic can help XYZ times X percentage. They want to know that if they're spending the money in the right place, they want to know if it can be done and it's not just chance. And so if we have enough data that shows it actually does, then obviously we can market that to the public. But the other thing we forget is data makes us better. If we can measure who gets better outcomes, like if you got patients better than me, why would I not want to do what you do? As long as it's reproducible, unless you're a saint and you have magic in your hands, I don't know. It's just, but yeah, if you can do it, I can do it, and then we can get more people better. So ultimately it's about better outcomes for patients. That's it.
And see, a lot of you guys don't know, but I got my upstart with the chiropractic biophysics family, so it's a real honor for me to be here talking to some of the people that are doing the leadership research and figuring out how to propel chiropractic forward with the real truth of what chiropractic is doing. And this really validates us. I was talking to a friend of mine. This isn't, the information and the research isn't so much for the chiropractor, it's for the people out there that
Correct.
need care,
yeah.
And it's for the other healthcare arenas to give us a better foot to stand on.
Correct. And it's for everything. It's number one, it's outcomes allow you to look at the patient and say, hey, look, you're doing better in these areas. Hey, you're not, and address it appropriately, make the referral if necessary. The other thing is that you have documentation, good documentation, the patient is actually responding well to the procedures that you're doing. And the third thing is, we can use it for research and say, hey, look how well we treat these people. And look, people came in with a quality of life score below par, and now they're doing great. And also, one of the questionnaires we have is that there's a question on it that actually asks, compared to last year, how are you doing? So you can measure on. So if everyone's perfect, say you have perfect patients, like I do. Anyway, is it just gets you can measure more and more improvements. So it's vital. Again, to be able to show, maybe there's a mom out there that wants to know, is my child really going to be helped? Or is there a chance my child can be helped with chiropractic based on research? It's the best thing.
It's amazing, and I know that we've interviewed with you a couple times now. Let's talk a little bit now about the man behind this brand of chiropractic biophysics, Steve Harrison.
Oh, I mean, wouldn't be standing here without him. His father, his legacy, his work. I mean, I had 3 mentors in my career. I've had Dr. Matt McCoy is the first one, and then Dr. Joe Borio, and then but the Harrisons, like, because you have different coaches for different things, right? And so Dr. McCoy got me the research track. Dr. Joe Borio has been my coach all about business, just an ethical, awesome guy. And then the Harrisons just keep me grounded in the science, so I get my science from them. So I have all my coaches, and it's super important. So Deed, and even the way he's taking it now, it's just, as I said, I will pull an oar on this ship as long as I'm in the profession. So I owe so much to them. I'm just so grateful. I cannot articulate it well enough to convey how I'm really feeling, how blessed we are to have the work that they've done.
And if any of you are out there watching right now and you find some value in what we're doing here, share this message right now. Hit the share button. It's the greatest thing you could do for what Curtis and I are doing as a team. Something else I'd like to ask you to do is hit the heart button if you love the message that we're creating here live in Scottsdale at the CBP 41st Annual. And if you find some value in this, hashtag value. And if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay so we know that you guys watched after this episode or this interview is over with. And if you could do us one favor, comment in where you guys are watching in from so we know where our audience is coming in from. Cool. So all those things are super necessary. One thing I also want to ask you, is there anybody out there that you would like to say hi to besides the CBP family and the chiropractic tribe?
All the guys at work. And if you're a hockey fan, the movie Slapshot, that's a bet. They say, who's going to say hi to? Wife and kids. Guys at work. So guys at work. Anyways, my wife and kids. Anyone who's, my family, my friends, all the other CBP, yourself, just thanks for being a part of a great group of people trying to help the profession and ultimately mankind.
Is there anything I didn't ask you that you'd like to share with our audience today besides your thankfulness for everyone?
No, just blessed and fortunate to be here, and thank you for just listening to me, I guess.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and close out. If you guys want more information on what Deed Harrison is doing, go to idealspine.com. If you want more information on what Luke and I are doing with Chiro Hustle, come over and check out episode 100. We actually interview each other on that episode, so you can listen to the guys that have created this movement of Chiro Hustle. And I'm going to close out now by saying you guys are just one story away. Keep hustling. We'll see you guys on the next one.